Okay, good evening, afternoon, whatever. I'm recording this on Sunday the 2nd of March. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to upload it because our internet's down at the moment, which has put paid to a whole range of my life right now. Anyway, let's not get into that. By the way, if you hear any strange background noises during the course of this week's vlog, it's because my neighbours are having some work done to their flat. It's been very, very irritating, and really and truly what it's done is make me want to go out a lot more. But that's not a problem. So what's been going on since the last time I spoke to you? Well, I went to see the London Gay Symphony Orchestra, who did a superb concert. A bit of Mendelssohn, a bit of Brahms, fantastic Elgar Enigma variations. The LGSO are an amateur orchestra, but I would put them on a par with any professional orchestra. They were amazing. It was at a church in the city of London called St Sepulchre. I can't remember the full name, but it was just astounding to see them and to hear them. So if you do get a chance, they have got another show coming up in April, which, if I remember correctly, is the day of the London Marathon. If you haven't sponsored Mark Radford yet, then please do. I will get around to it. I keep saying I'm going to, and I still haven't, but I will be getting around to it. So that was that. Okay, next on the agenda was Future Cinema. For those of you who don't know, Future Cinema is it's an immersive cinema experience. I suppose that's a good way of putting it, whereby you go to see a film. In this case, it was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and you actually live part of that. You're in, there's actors, there's a set, there's everything. We were in a fantastic place called the Troxy, which I've driven past many times, never actually been there myself. And it was really weird because it was done like the film, so you go down a little alley, down a side street, then down an alleyway, and then this face appears at the door asking you for the password, and you go in this wooden door, and you walk through the back passages of the Troxy, past Jessica Rabbit's dressing room. It was like, oh my god, that's Jessica Rabbit's dressing room, and then you go up some stairs, and then you come out through this door, and you just walk into this absolutely amazing Art Deco ballroom. There's actors who are the Penguins from the Pen and Ink Club who are doing the serving. There's a Roger Rabbit, there's a Judge Doom wandering around, there's everyone. It was just amazing. They even had a Jessica Rabbit. She was fantastic. And there is, if you look on Facebook, you will see a picture of the top of my head, which has got just about there Jessica Rabbit's kiss. Oh. And yes, I have to admit, she is the only cartoon woman I would go straight for. So there we go. So Future Cinema, that was great. The film's brilliant anyway. I haven't seen it for years. It's really good, and it was just a great night out. Last weekend, Eric and Little Ern. Now, what's that, you might ask? Well, it's a play. It's only on Sundays at the Vaudeville Theatre on the Strand, and really great, really great. Two actors who obviously have really, really, really studied Eric Morecambe and Ernie Wise. The first act of the play it's funny, but it's very sad at the same time. It's basically Ernie is about to die, and Eric, who is already dead, comes to get him. And it's just amazing. They've got some fantastic stories from the early days of Morecambe and Wise. They've also got some of the great sketches. So you've got the Grieg Piano Concerto sketch. For those of you who don't know it, the end lines are, I'm playing all the right notes, not necessarily in the right order. I'll give you that. So there's that one. There's also the very famous Eric standing at a window, Mima, Mima, says a police car charging past, and he turns to Ern and says, he's not going to sell many ice creams going at that speed. If you like their humour, it's just an amazing show. The second act is slightly different. It's in front of the curtains, the way they did all their shows, and it's just a series of one after the other jokes, the two of them bouncing off each other. You've got the paper bag, they throw it up, there it is, catch it thing. Amazing, a really, really great show. So I really enjoyed that, and from there I went on to Halfway to Heaven, which those of you who know me know that I quite like that place. Sunday afternoon, the Kristen and Kelly show, CK, Sunday. I haven't been there for a long time, and it was great to be back there. May possibly have had too much to drink, and certainly didn't. That's why there was no video log last Sunday. But it was a really great show, fantastic atmosphere, such good fun. This week, what have we done? Well, we had our second event for LGBT History Month at the university I work at, and that was an evening with the Vinyl Closet. And I'm now going to walk out of shop, but you can still hear me as I wander over here and sit down again. There we go. Okay, this is Vinyl Closet's album. I would really recommend it. I downloaded it to my iPod yesterday and listened to it on my way into town. It's just amazing. Basically, the Vinyl Closet, they look at the influence of LGBT performers, writers, artists, producers on musical genres, going back, and this album is pretty much all back to the blues, 1920s through to the 1940s. Probably the most modern song is Jailhouse Rock, which I have to say, I mean, like everyone, I've heard the Elvis Presley song many times, but this was a truly fantastic version of it. A really good night. Some confusion for me afterwards through various conversations I did and didn't have with people, but hopefully those will all get sorted out soon. And that was it really. So the university's done two things now for LGBT History Month, and I'm really pleased that we have. I think it's important that we celebrate LGBT History Month. I think it's important the university does. So, you know, I'm glad that I've been a part of that. Oh dear, a couple more things, very small things actually, because I'm trying to obviously keep this down to a minimum size, because there have been some whinges. Haircut, yes. For those of you who may notice, I've had a haircut, number one all over. It doesn't actually look that much from the front and the top, but at the back and sides it does get really bushy and horrible. So I went to get it cut last week with the old clippers. Hair's falling out everywhere. All of it's grey. There was no brown hair in there. I was so depressed. But then luckily I could be more depressed, because when I stood up to pay, when it was all done, the barber said to me, "So are you a senior?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not a senior yet. I'm only just 50. Look, it says so on my glass. It must be true." There we go. So yes, great. Even worse than the first time they don't ask you for your ID when you go into a pub. Being asked if you're a senior when you're like 15 years off retirement age. And finally, this weekend, I was at the Barbican yesterday. Had a really interesting day, although I have to say the Barbican is where the middle classes take their darling little Tarquins and Jacintas to become imbued in the arts. And there was way too many kids there, let's be honest. Not happy with that at all. But from there I was asked to go out for a drink with my two bestest friends in the whole world, or in the gay world anyway, Gordon and Mark. And I went and had a really good time, and got back here, I don't know, about midnight, 12:30, something like that, and ended up chatting to some people online, and then I had quite a nice long Skype conversation with someone. So if you're watching this, because I know you have seen some of my things, hi, did I wave that at me? There we go, there's my hand, hi, and look forward to chatting to you again. And that's really about it. I have nothing planned now this week, apart from the usual. Go to work, come back, sleep. Hopefully the internet will be back up, otherwise that's my entire love life ruined. And thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on. I am knackered, so I am probably going to fall asleep while watching Diamonds Are Forever, good old James Bond. And I'll talk to you soon. So, Love you all, and bye for now.